Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the Seekers of Treasure, a quiz show which focuses on books which have been written by a prophet, books which have been divinely inspired, and books which really brought back the true teachings of the Holy Quran, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Islam as a whole. These books presented the true beauties of Islam to the world once again. They are the Ruhani Khadain, the blessed books of Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, may peace be upon him, the promised Messiah and Imam Mahdi. Now, as usual, we have two sets of seekers with us today. On my right-hand side, we have Islamabad region. Assalamu alaikum to you all. We have Danial, who is studying in college, I believe, right now. Ataul Sahib, who is a lecturer in University of Surrey. And at the end, Atif, who is studying to become a journalist. Ataul Sahib, please, again, a quick overview of your region.
Yeah, Jazakallah, Assalamu alaikum. So our region Islamabad consists of 5 qadas, and geographically it's quite spread out, and it also includes 2 of the Jamaat's main facilities, Islamabad as well as Jamia.
Okay, well, best of luck to you all. On my left hand side we have Masroor region. We have Raza, who is studying IT, I believe. We have Ghalib Saab in the middle, who is the mathematician of the show, and at the end we have Jamal Saab, who is also studying, actually working as in the IT profession. Raza, can we please have an overview of your region?
Jazakallah, Assalamu alaikum. Masroor region was formed in 2010 from former Muqami and Battlefield 2 cadets regions, and consists of 6 cadets: Inner Park, New Malden, Putney, Rains Park, Roehampton and Wimbledon.
And what gadet are you from?
I'm from Inner Park.
Okay, well, Inner Park. Well, best of luck to you as well. Seekers, we are going to start the first round. The aim is to get to your respective bases. Today, Islamabad is green and Masroor region is blue. Okay, seekers ready? Hands on the buzzers. The first question. Tasdeeq Brahine Ahmadiyya was written by whom? Okay, so we have Ataul Sahib on our right.
Hazrat Maulvi Nuruddin Sahib.
That is the correct answer. Where would you like to go?
Left, of course.
Okay. Seekers ready? Stating the dire state of Islam, the promised Messiah alayhi salam says that Islam is like a light that has been caged in a chest. Okay, we're going to Ghalib.
Possibly that it's also like a fountain, a sweet fountain which has been restricted by twigs.
That is the correct answer. I think you must have read my mind before answering the question. Well done. Where would you like to go?
The one on top of the green one, please.
Okay. It's 5-all. Seekers ready? The next question. On what date was Munshi Tajuddin Saab's report of the income tax case submitted? Again, Ghalib.
17th September 1898.
Is the incorrect answer. I'll give this over to Islamabad.
17th of June 1898.
That is incorrect. It was the 31st of August 1898. Okay, seekers, the next question. The Holy Quran testifies that Satan does not have any control over God Almighty's close people. What is the Arabic Quranic verse? Okay, Ataul Sahib.
Laysa ibadi innaka alayhim sultan.
That is the incorrect answer. I'll give this over to Masroor region. Masroor region shaking their heads. The answer is Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan. Surely thou shalt have no power over my servants. It's still 5-all. Okay, seekers ready. The British Foreign Bible Society, since its establishment, okay, Ataul.
70 million books they wrote about.
The British Foreign Bible Society did write 70 million books, that's correct. And for the viewers at home as well, can you just give a brief background? The Promised Messiah wrote this in the Victory of Islam.
Yeah, the Promised Messiah Islam is talking about that unfortunately for the case of Muslims, there is no such society who could publish free books to promote the cause of Islam. However, on the other side, on the Christian, and there are such societies do exist. An example is the British Foreign Bible Society. They had about 21 years or so.
Exactly.
They had published about
70 million books regarding the faith of Christianity. Well done for that. Where would you like to go?
Left, please.
Okay, left it is. It's 10-5 to Islamabad region. Okay, seekers ready? Hands on the buzzers. The following verse was written regarding the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying that he will overcome the pharaohs of his time. It is Inna arsalna ilaykum rasulan shahidan alaykum kama arsalna ila fir'auna rasula. This is from which verse? Okay, we have Ghalib.
Surah Muzammil.
Surah Al-Muzammil is correct. Well done. Where would you like to go?
To the right, please.
To the right it is. 10 all. Okay, seekers ready. How much income did the promised Messiah ﷺ mention to have received from his land? Attar, just beat Ghalib there to the buzz.
From land, yeah?
Yes.
300 rupees.
300 rupees is correct. Well done. Where would you like to go?
Left, of course.
Okay, if you get this question right, Islamabad, you will win the first round. Masroor, let's see if you could pull it back. It is possible for any who is not fully cleansed to receive satanic inspirations. The Prophet Messiah ﷺ has said that anyone who denies satanic inspirations denies the Holy Quran. In regards to this, what is the Quranic verse the Prophet Messiah presents? Oh, sorry, I didn't quite.
Ala
kulli afakin athim is correct. Well done for that. And Islamabad, you have won the first round. Ataul Sahib, I think it's been very good preparation today. It was very close in the beginning.
Yes, very close in the beginning.
Okay, so before we go on to the second round, which is the multiple choice, I would like to come to Atif. Atif, please tell us, the audience, the viewers at home as well, what are you studying right now?
I'm studying to become a journalist, inshallah. And at the moment, I'm preparing to go to university. And so I'm doing an access course. And journalism is all about basically presenting a message to the audience and to the masses. Yeah. So inshallah, that's because in today's age, Islam is attacked mainly through the media, and this is what the Prophet
Exactly. So this is the question I wanted to ask. Islam is being attacked through the media. So why is it? You know, why do we see that? I mean, we read the books of Prophet Messiah Islam. We've established that Islam isn't a religion of violence and terror through the British government and jihad. Why is it that we see in the media that Islam is being portrayed like this?
Well, we see the media thrives on stories of controversy and stories which create a lot of shock.
Yes.
And that's what the media try to do, to attract the viewers and the readers. And so such stories are more likely to create, some shock and to get in more viewers. But the Prophet ﷺ has said that the Christians and the opponents of Islam are using the media, so it's our responsibility to fight back with the media and with writing and articles and books. And inshallah, that's why I'd like to become a journalist.
Zaga, thank you very much. So Ataul Sahib, what book will it be for the multiple choice?
I think The Need for Imam.
The Need for the Imam it is. Okay, seekers, the first group to 5 will win this round. Ready. The fourth faculty which an imam needs is high resolve. Resolve meaning not to get tired under any condition or to lose hope or to slacken in one's determination. This faculty is vital as times come upon the imam when people abandon, forsake and reject him. There are also people who hurl abuse at him. Everyone who hurls abuse at him thinks he is doing A, something blameless, B, something essential, C, something laudable, or D, something compulsory.
C.
We will go to Ghalib.
C, something laudable.
C, something laudable. Let's see if that is correct. Well done, that is correct. And for the viewers at home, the Prophet ﷺ explains that whenever messengers come, people do hurl abuse at him. They do, the followers, they do punish them. They do try to throw him out of their society. And the same actually happened with the Prophet ﷺ. But this is the practice of all the prophets, and every prophet that has come, their people have usually rejected them. Okay, well done for that. Seekers, your next question. In the book, The Need for the Imam, the Prophet Messiah ﷺ states that it should be clearly understood that satanic inspirations are a fact, and ordinary seekers do receive them. Similarly, there is self-suggestion known as confused dreams. The Prophet Messiah ﷺ, in regards to this, says that anyone who denies this, A, denies revelation as a whole, B, denies the power of nature, C, denies the Holy Quran. Okay, Raza there again.
It's C, denies the Holy Quran.
Okay, the last option was D, denies the existence of angels, and you said C. Let's see if that is correct. Well done for that. For the viewers at home, the Prophet ﷺ has explained that whoever denies satanic inspirations, he denies the Quran as well. And it's the whole fact that تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَىٰ كُلِّ أَفَّاكٍ أَثِيمٍ, that they descend on every great liar and sinner. Okay, seekers, your next question, it's 20 all. In the very beginning of the book, The Need for the Imam, the Prophet ﷺ presents a hadith which states that the one who dies without recognizing the Imam of the age dies the death of ignorance. This hadith was from Musnad Ahmad and was related by Abdullah, who heard it from his father, he from Aswad bin Amr, then from Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. Who was the next narrator? Okay, Ataul Sab, straight on there.
Asim.
Okay, so the options are A, Asim, B, Abu Salih, C, Ibn Habban, or D, Muwayya. And you said A, Asim, and Asim is correct. Well done for that. It was a very difficult question, I think. Okay, seekers ready? The next question. The hadith stated by the Prophet ﷺ in the beginning of the book, The Need for the Imam, was that the one who dies without recognizing the Imam of the age dies the death of ignorance. This hadith is recorded by Ahmad, Tirmidhi, Ibn Khuzaymah, and Ibn Habban. On the same page, a different version of this hadith is stated that he who dies without following the Imam of the Jamaat certainly dies a death of ignorance. This version of the hadith is given by A. Sunan Darmi, B. Mustadrak Hakim, C. Al-Harith Al-Ashri. Okay, Raza there with the buzz.
It's C, Al-Haris Al-Ashri.
Okay, let's see what the last answer is D. Sunan Abu Dawud, and you said Al-Harith Al-Ashri. That is the correct. Well done for that. For the viewers at home, the Prophet Messiah has explained that it's okay if we're Muslims, but it's not enough unless we accept the Imam of the age, unless we follow the Imam of the age. And the Imam of our age is Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. May peace and blessings be upon him. And he is not just the Imam of the age, but he's a prophet of God as well. There's a misconception that he was the Mujaddid, which is incorrect. The Prophet Messiah categorically explained that he is also a prophet of God, as well as the Imam of the age. Well done for that, Raza Sahib. Seekers, the next question. The Prophet Messiah explains that there was a need for a hukam at a time when Islamic teachings were riddled with differences. For example, some believed Jesus to be alive in heaven, whilst others believed him to be dead. Thus, it was the Prophet Messiah who was to decide between these matters as the hukam, and he has been given 4 signs in support of this. Which of the following is not one of them? A. Providing verities of jurisprudence. B. Okay, we have Ghalib Sahib with the buzzers there.
It's A, providing verities of jurisprudence.
Okay, is B. Mastery in Arabic. C. Providing verities of the Holy Quran. And D. Acceptance of prayer. And you said A. Let's see if A is correct. Well done for that, Ghalib Sahib. Okay, Ghalib's team, so you are Masroor region. If you get the next question right, you'll win this round. Seekers ready. Tajuddin Tehsildar, in his report regarding the income tax case, has listed 5 departments where the money is spent in the Jamaat for the Prophet Messiah. Which of these is not an item upon which the subscription of the Jamaat is spent, which he mentions? Is it A. Correspondence, B. Annual conventions, C. Minaratul Masih, or D. Atasab? Just beat Ghalib and his team to the buzzer there.
Minaratul Masih.
Okay, D was the press, and you said C, Minaratul Masih. That is the correct answer. Well done for that. Seekers ready? The next question is 30 all. Very tight today. On the title page of The Need for the Imam, it states that those who disbelieve say which of the following in particular? A. Thou art not a messenger. B. Thou art not a believer. C. Thou art not a scholar. D. Thou art not a preacher. Okay, Ghalib there with the buzz.
Thou art not a messenger.
Okay, you sure about that? You confident?
Absolutely not.
Okay, let's go with A.
Definitely starts with thou art.
A is correct. Well done. You won that round as well. And before we go on to the third round, Jamal, I'd like to come to you. Please tell us and the audience who are watching as well, what you get up to during the day.
Well, I work full time as
Okay, so you work full time.
IT investment banking.
Right.
So it's quite a hectic job. It keeps me quite busy because I work on the trade floor. So it can be quite hectic when I'm there.
So Raza Saab's also in IT as well. So we have 2 IT people and then we have a mathematician as well.
Yeah, I did a real degree.
Okay. So Jamal Saab, please tell us, with this hectic lifestyle I'm sure you may have, how do you fit in reading the books on the Prophet Messiah? Obviously, reading the books on the Prophet Messiah isn't something that we should fit in, but it should be a priority as well.
Well, I mean, I enjoy reading anyway, and there are many hadiths as well, and the Quran Sharif also guides us towards having to increase our knowledge.
Yeah.
And I think we mentioned it in previous shows as well. The books of the Prophet ﷺ are so accessible now. You can get them in PDF format. You can read them on the train, or you can read them before you go to sleep. There's so many. You got audio books. There's so many different options. So saying that you don't have time to read the books is not really an excuse.
Exactly, and I think Ghalib, you also, when you commute, or you don't commute, you go take the tube, I think, to...
Yeah, recently I've been taking the tube. And it's the best way because you sit, most of the time people sit in silence or they read the paper.
Right.
And there's only, if you watch the news once, you don't need to read the paper. Exactly. So you may as well read the books and make it much more
We've said this time and time again that these books are available everywhere. They're available in the bookshops of the local mosque. They're available online, alislam.org. You can get them on you can even have audio versions. I think you can download audio versions of the books. If you're tired of reading for some reason, you can get the audio versions. You can even put them onto your iPads, your ebooks, and start reading. Jazakallah for that, Jamal Sahib and Ghalib. What book would you like to go for the deeper thinking round? We have British Government and Victory of Islam.
I really don't know. Should we try it now? Eventually, we may as well try it now. We go British Government and Jihad.
British Government and Jihad it is. And for the viewers at home, I actually ask Ataul Sahib, the British Government and Jihad, what's contained inside this book? What has the Prophet Messiah discussed?
Well, the subject matter of this book is the true concept of jihad. There's been a lot of confusion in the media, but apart from that, even the Muslims of the age, they have deviated from the 2 teachings of Islam with respect to the teaching of jihad. So that was the main subject matter of this book.
Okay, of course. So the British Government Jihad is Masroor region, and you by default, Islamabad, have the Victory of Islam. Masroor region, who would you like to go first?
I think we'll go first.
Okay, Masroor region are going first. Your first question is as follows. The Prophet Messiah ﷺ uses a metaphor to explain how the Maulvis of this age act and behave. This is regarding the whole world being their prey. What is the metaphor he uses, and why does he use this metaphor?
I've never read it. What do you think it is?
Hey seekers, you have 3 seconds.
The Prophet ﷺ, the metaphor he describes is about a hunter who's about hunting a deer.
Right.
That the deers are innocent. They have, and they're being secretly attacked by the hunter. And the reason he uses this metaphor is that the Prophet ﷺ describes that it is not, it can't be a divinely guided religion if the prey, what should I say?
Well, the prey are innocent and they have no knowledge.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
And the unwary public, who are the prey, are led astray by the people who are in complete power, which is their hunters. And this is an apt description of what the Muslims do, the scholars do with regards to the ignorant people.
Okay, anything you want to add to that?
There's something you were saying about divine religion.
A religion that is divinely guided cannot promote such deceptive sort of hunting.
Okay, so you'll receive 10 marks for that. The one point you did miss out is that the Prophet Messiah mentions that these people, they know nothing about compassion for humanity. And that's the second part of Sharia as well. That the Prophet Messiah has explained that it's not enough rather to just worship God Almighty, but you should also show compassion to humanity. You should go out and go serve humanity. The Prophet ﷺ has actually said that it is my life, it is my occupation to serve humanity as a whole. So you receive 10 marks for that. Okay, so Islamabad, the victory of Islam. Deeper thinking question. Your first question is as follows. Describe in detail what the promised Messiah ﷺ has said with regards to his devoted companion Hazrat Sheikh Muhammad Hussain of Muradabad. You have 15 seconds on the clock. Would you like to discuss?
Okay, I'll discuss and then you, whatever bit I miss here. So the Prophet ﷺ mentioned to him about this Hazrat Sheikh Muhammad Hussain of Muradabad, saying that his bosom is absolutely clean and there's no sign of any filth in it, and he is kind of a beacon for the people of Muradabad. Although he does not have, he's a person of meager means, but despite that, he continues to provide support, financial support for the cause of Prophet Messiah ﷺ. And he came all the way from Muradabad as well to help him with the accountancy stuff. To help him with the writing of the in Urdu we call it katib, or the copywriter.
Okay, you'll receive 15 marks for that. You've actually mentioned that he was always, despite his low income, he was always in service of the Prophet Messiah ﷺ. Well done for that. For the viewers at home, the Prophet Messiah has explained that there are so many companions who were not wealthy, who were not well off, but they would always come and they would always serve the Prophet Messiah ﷺ. They would always give everything they had. And this was due to the love they had for the Prophet Messiah and the love that they had for spreading Islam, Ahmadiyyat as well. Islamabad, you have 15 marks for that. Okay, we are going over to Masroor region. Masroor region, your second question is as follows. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. The Prophet Messiah ﷺ mentions this verse regarding cleansing oneself and then goes on to advise his Jamaat and mentions a hadith also. What does he advise his Jamaat to do and what hadith does he mention? Explain this in detail. 10 seconds on the clock.
What do you the rest of it? You remember the rest of it? What's قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا? What did he advise?
So the Prophet ﷺ advises that his Jamaat should reject the bloodthirsty notion of jihad, that they should bring love and compassion towards mankind, and they should completely cleanse their souls of malice and spite, and purify their inner selves and become one with God. And it's only in that respect that they will become one with the angels. Their prayers will become accepted, and angels will descend upon them.
Okay, and the hadith the Prophet mentions? Okay, so you will receive 10 marks for this. The hadith was Yada'ul Harb, and he explained it was a very common hadith. The Prophet, we've mentioned this many times in the program. The Prophet explained that the Messiah, when he comes, according to the Holy Prophet ﷺ, the hadith was Yada'ul Harb, that he will stop all religious wars. 10 marks for that. Unlucky for that, it was an easy 5 marks. Okay, Islamabad, your second question is as follows. The promised Messiah ﷺ was asked by Maulvi Muhammad Ismail to deliver a sermon at a gathering. At first, the promised Messiah ﷺ agreed to deliver the sermon. However, he was restrained by God Almighty to do so. At this, Maulvi Muhammad Ismail said that I presume that this refusal was only a pretext for his dread and lack of speaking ability. What was the Prophet Messiah ﷺ's response to this false accusation? Give 3 main points.
The Prophet Messiah ﷺ first of all said that this is sheer distrust, which this gentleman has showed, and the Sharia does not allow this at all. Secondly, he mentioned that if I was not able to express and open in public, then several years have passed by since I started my mission, and I've written books like Brahine Ahmadiyya and Surma Chashme Arya. Some of them have been delivered in open lecture as well. I would not have been able to do so. That was the second point.
You also challenged him to a public speaking contest,
Yep.
so that they could determine who was the best public speaker.
He said you need to come to Lahore. I'm ready to pay for your expenses if you're not able to do so. And because he himself was ill, he could not go over there personally.
Islamabad, you received 10 marks for that. The final point which you did not mention is that God wanted to test Maulvi Saab and expose him as well. And that's the third point Prophet Messiah Islam mentioned. Masroor region, your final question is as follows. The Prophet Messiah Islam states, O ye who yearn and thirst for truth, listen. These are the days that have been promised since the beginning. God will not permit much delay in these affairs. Just as you can see that the lamp placed on top of a minaret spreads its light far and wide, and just as lightning in one part of the sky also illuminates all other parts, so too will it be in these days. How does the Prophet Messiah Islam prove that those days are here?
Yeah, the Prophet Islam has described that as the secrets of the earth have been opened up, that there's been great progress in terms of transport, travel and tourism, the telegraph, the post, and all these different inventions have been invented to actually help the Prophet Messiah deliver the message of the true Islam. So it cannot be that the secrets of the earth are revealed and the secrets of heaven are not revealed. So God will actually permit and allow spiritual progress and advancement of the heavens, because there was also a hadith that in the days of the promised Messiah that even women and children will receive revelations.
And the 10-month-old, what is it, the 10-month-old she-camel will be...
The camel will be rendered useless, yeah. I mean, these are all signs that...
You'll receive 15 marks for that, a very comprehensive answer. The Prophet Messiah Islam has explained that the way to prove that those days are here, that the Holy Prophet ﷺ prophesied about, is that we see so many modes of communication, transport, industry is increased. And this has happened all for the propagation of Islam, for the propagation of Islam Ahmadiyyat as well. And through this, in the British government and jihad, the Prophet Messiah Islam has explained that those days are here. Okay, seekers from Islamabad, your final question is as follows. Expressing his love for Hazrat Hakim Maulvi Nuruddin radiallahu anhu, Khalifatul Masih the first, the Prophet Messiah Islam writes, he stands resolute and ever ready to sacrifice all his wealth and property at his disposal in obedience to God and his Prophet. The Prophet Messiah Islam further writes, had I permitted, he would have given up everything and come to live with me here. Thus, he would be physically close to me as he is spiritually close already. The Prophet Messiah then reproduces a few lines from a letter he received by Hazrat Hakim Maulvi Nuruddin radiallahu anhu, explain in detail what was written in that letter and also what Hazrat Hakim Maulvi Nuruddin radiallahu anhu said about his association with the promised Messiah alayhi salatu wassalam.
Hazrat Maulvi Nuruddin Sahab mentioned Sayyidna wa Imamana. It is my ardent desire that I should be with you to get all those knowledge for which the Imam of the age has been sent. And if I were to give all my things in your cause, I would think that I have achieved the purpose of my life. And if you permit, I can resign from here. I can come to your place and be at your disposal, whatever service you want to assign it to me. Or if you want, I can go around the world, do the preaching, and die in this cause. Furthermore, he said that as far as the Brahine Ahmadiyya is concerned, the people are getting a bit anxious that they have made the initial payments, but they have not received the book. So if you permit me, I can make on your behalf the payment for all of them.
Yes.
And also he mentioned that additionally, if you allow, I can take the whole burden of the entire publication expenses of the Brahine Ahmadiyya, and whatever income you receive, you use it for your for the cause of your Islam
Okay,
and
and
your
what
message.
has he mentioned about his
I have
association?
got Faruqi association with you.
That is correct. Well, and you received the last 5 marks as well. 15 marks for you. Alrighty. Seekers from Masroor, that is the end. And it's 70-70. We have a tie, and this is a sudden death. Whoever gets the next question right, there'll be one question asked. You may buzz whenever you like. Whoever gets it right will win the match today. Okay, Masroor region and Islamabad, ready, hands on the buzzers. The promised Messiah ﷺ mentions that Jesus faced many hardships, not only from the opponents, but also from his followers and intimate friends. One of them called Judas. He received, okay, we'll go to Ataul, who's buzzed.
Bribery of 30 silver coins to have him imprisoned.
30 silver coins is your answer, and that is the correct answer. Well done for that. That's a very, I think you read my mind there. Ataul, for the viewers at home as well, please just quickly explain this question.
Yeah, the question was the Prophet Jesus ﷺ received a lot of persecution, not only from his enemies, but also from within his family members, even his brothers. They conspired to have him arrested. Some of his disciples as well, one of them Judas, as I mentioned, that he took a bribery of 30 silver coins. Okay. And also Peter, he pointed at him and cursed him. And other disciples as well, some people even stoned him and eventually got him.
Okay, thank you very much. So 75, Islamabad took it today by 5 points. Ghalib, how did your team do? Well, they did very well.
Very, very close. No, very, very impressive from Ataul. That was fantastic. Especially the letter. He reproduced it line for line. That was fantastic. Really.
I think both teams have done very well today. It's been a very competitive match today between Islamabad region and Masroor region. Islamabad did take it at the end with a sudden death question. Ataul there with 30 silver pieces. Before we end today's show, I would like to finish on the following quote by Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis. May God strengthen his hand. Hazur writes, "This is our good fortune that we have been able to accept this Imam Mahdi and Muhammadan Messiah, and that we are the inheritors of these spiritual treasures. So we ought to study these blessed writings so that our heart and our bosoms and our minds are enlightened by this light, which is the antidote to all evils of the Antichrist." From everyone here at the Seekers of Treasure, Jazakallah and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.